I get the impression that Mr. Trump will rather like the judge to put him in prison, because the reaction against that would be very significant.
Karoline Leavitt is Trump's current spokesperson, and she appeared earlier this week with Stuart Varney on Fox Business. And she is suggesting that if Trump were indeed jailed for his habitual violations of gag order after gag order, that it would actually be a good thing for him. There would be an uproar in his defense. And I have to tell you, I think Trump being jailed for violating the gag order would probably be a good thing for him. I think a guilty conviction in the trial would be bad, but I think Trump being jailed for contempt might be good. Let's listen to what Karoline Leavitt had to say, then I'll explain.
I get the impression that Mr. Trump will rather like the judge to put him in prison, because the reaction against that would be very significant. What do you say?
Well, certainly that would be a travesty of justice to watch the former president of the United States be incarcerated when he has never committed a crime. There would be an uproar across this country if that were to happen. But as President Trump has said, the Constitution comes first. They are violating his First Amendment right to even speak about this case with the unconstitutional gag order, and he's fighting it every step of the way.
Now, she's lying about a lot of things. There is nothing unconstitutional about limited gag orders in the context of a trial. The Supreme Court has adjudicated that. It's a lie, not true. A lot of things there are completely untrue. But we have a statement from Trump earlier this week where he says he's ready to do it. If that's what it takes to defend the Constitution, he'll go to jail if that's what he has to do. We have a report about Trump campaign staffers preparing. How do we capitalize on fundraising? How do we capitalize on outreach if indeed Trump were to be jailed? And I actually think that they are right to some degree. Those who are already convinced of Trump's lack of fitness and qualifications to be president, the danger of Trump becoming president again, people like me, I'm already not voting for Trump, and I'm already not donating to Trump. So Trump being jailed in that sense wouldn't hurt Trump. For folks like me who already say the ship has sailed, this is not a guy who should be president. On the other hand, there are probably some weaker supporters of Trump, kind of more casual supporters of Trump, who sort of have a sense that they aren't totally sure about this New York case. They might think that the case is about whether Trump had an affair, which is, of course, not what it's about and not a crime. And they indeed may react to Trump being jailed for violating a gag order by saying, hey, you know what? They are treating this guy unfairly. I am going to go ahead and donate, or maybe I was going to stay home, but I'm going to get out and vote. Now, ultimately, if Trump is convicted, the polling suggests it wouldn't be good for him. And 80% of voters say they would not vote for a convicted Trump. I don't know that they're all telling the truth. I think that if Trump were to be convicted, but they are convinced that it was all so unfair, some of those who say, I won't vote for a convicted Trump actually will vote for a convicted Trump. But that's more speculative and probably a conversation for a few months down the road. But I actually think Karoline Leavitt is right. I think Stuart Varney is right. Although I don't know that Trump can really handle a few nights in jail, and it's possible that they might be able to negotiate home confinement for that time, if so ordered. I do think that they all are more or less correct in that there would be a benefit to Trump. He would be able to fundraise off of it. They would have merchandise. They would have all sorts of fundraising emails and pushes, and it probably would help the guy. If you disagree with that, I want to hear from you. And ultimately, I still do not know. Let me put it a different way. I still don't have evidence that this is a judge who's actually willing to jail Trump. I think he's willing to threaten Trump with jail. We've seen that. He's willing to fine Trump in contempt. He's done that. He's willing to fine Trump $1,000 for each violation of the gag order. He's done that. But I don't really think he's willing to go beyond that, or at least I haven't seen evidence of that. I hope he proves me wrong, and Trump is getting special treatment. 10 gag order violations and no jail. Most defendants would be in jail if they did that. So let me know your thoughts. Is this judge even willing to jail Trump? Would Trump benefit from being jailed? We'll take a quick break. We're going to hear from a sponsor or two, and then the show will continue. It is time to start thinking like voters and to make sure that kids understand the importance of voting, how it works, registering, ballot initiatives, because so many kids just have no idea. That's why I wrote the new children's book, think like a voter. I can think of no better time and no more important group of folks to try to reach. The book is now available at davidpakman.com/book, where, by the way, you can get the first 2 books in the series as well. Think Like a Detective and Think Like a Scientist. Really important stuff. Donate them to local libraries, classrooms, read them with the kids. davidpakman.com/book.